VIP. Hello guys, how's it going? I've missed you. What's up, Ka King? Hi, long time no see. Code Warrior, I hope you're doing okay. Morning Erudite. Sorry I haven't been here in a minute. Guys, I got so sick my voice was gone. Can't stream if I don't have a voice. I still sound a little heh heh, so forgive that, but that's just like this a residual cough because my poor lungs hurt. You're doing fun stuff with Foundry? That's awesome. I've been taking a little break from prep. I haven't really prepped anything in a long time. I just needed to break. I was so burnt out. All I've done over the last 2 weeks being sick is just binge watch Buffy and I officially finished it a couple days ago. Now I'm sad. You love my input? Here, let's. Oh, my phone is on my charger. Yeah, I'll definitely look at it. Guys, I'm so sad it's over. I'm so bummed out. I don't want it to be over. I'm rewatching it with my sister. We're on season 3 together. She's never seen it, and she doesn't have any spoilers. So I was kind of spoiled before I went into it because my curiosity got the better of me. So I kind of already knew a lot of things. Not everything, but I knew a lot of things. There weren't too many surprises for me, but it was still great to experience. My sister knows nothing, and it has been so fun sitting next to her, waiting to see her reactions. But yeah, it was a wonderful, wonderful time. Steven watched it with me, actually. So he and I would like sit on the beanbag, and we'd be watching it, and he was such a champ because he'd be sitting there like holding me and putting up with me going Spike like every episode. Such a champ. It was a fun time. Sad it's over. Don't know what I'm going to fill the void with. Maybe just keep rewatching it for the rest of my life. I was going to like pop into the like fandom to see what that was like, but I popped right back out almost immediately. I'm not prepared for that. I don't need turmoil. I just want to enjoy my silly show. I don't need all the fan drama. It's weird. It weirds me out, man. No one can have a normal conversation about things. Someone tried to pick a fight with me. I was like in someone else's video, and they were just being crazy. It is intense, and it was weird. They were like, okay, full disclosure, it was like a Bangel versus Spuffy conversation. Well, it was a Spuffy conversation. It wasn't even. It was a video of a freaking interview of Spike's actor. And he was just in character talking about why like Spike would want Buffy. Like, because the question was like, should Buffy choose Angel or Spike? So the actor goes, I'm going to answer this in character. And then he gives a funny, charming little response. And the comments were like, fuck Spike. Rah, rah. And it was weird because they were like mischaracterizing the whole plot. They were like making things up to justify this hatred. But it's like, bro, you can just like Angel better. That's okay. You can just think that the actor's more fun to look at. You can prefer the energy of that relationship. That's fine. You don't have to make shit up, though. You don't have to make up things that didn't happen. Or purposely mischaracterize things that happened. Or, like, make weird... It was so weird. I backed out of that quick. I was like, I can't read this. This makes me frustrated. Because I get debated easily. Like, I get worked up if I see something that's insufferable. My brain is... It's really hard for me to just like hand wave something as like, it's just an idiot. I struggle with that, so I just can't look at it. I like close that comment section so fast. I was like, these people are crazy and unfair. It made me mad. I wanted to get in there and start like explaining why they were wrong. And then I was like, nope, not doing it, because this isn't gonna be a fun conversation. I would love to have it back and forth with someone who is just coming at it objectively and not so passionately. Ugh, it's crazy. Tasha, you're going to bed. I've missed you. I'm so sorry I haven't been here. I've been sick. My voice was gone. I was literally like this. Last Saturday, I went out and this was my voice. Hi. How are you doing? How's Leo? I hope Leo's feeling better. It was pretty rough. Hi, Flaza. Yeah, it does. It does suck. But anyways, hi everyone. We got a face cam today because I actually have like the energy. Well, it's later in the day, so I had time to put some makeup on. Yeah, I'm feeling way better. Way better. Hold on, I gotta fix. I don't like how my hair is looking. Let's fix it. I need to cut this bit, I think. Yeah, I did it yesterday. Hold on. Guys, this is hair dye. That's hair dye. You know what? Maybe I'll just keep it down. What do you think? Should I keep my hair down today? Let it be. I kind of look like a little Sonic the Hedgehog. I've been really liking how my hair's been lately. You had the talk and made some compromises? Are you gonna get dick down? Forgive my crassness. I hope you are. Every girl deserves it. Every girl who likes dick deserves it. Looks good long hair. Thank you. Look at how long this bit is. I like cut this part short. Hopefully, question mark. Hey, you know what is a good compromise? He can buy you toys. Yours probably grows faster than mine, Ka. I have very slow growing hair. And it like doesn't get much longer. You have somebody to good. Perfect. I got one of those I buy her toys men. He ain't afraid of the toys. He participates with the toys. They're amazing. What's up, Gabriel? I look blue and healthy. I am. I'm finally not sick. My throat sounds a little like I have a residual cough, and I think my voice sounds. I was told it sounds tired, and I think that's just because it was really bad for like 2 weeks. I had no voice. Used to work at one of those shops. Nice. Okay, I don't need to tell you. You're happy that people are getting theirs. Well, what are you doing to get yours? My hair grew fast and fluffy. It's a trick. You know what I did, Gabriel? Because remember, my hair used to be just kind of long and straight. I cut it myself, and it's a little chopped, and it's a work in progress, but I shortened it closer up here, but I kept it long down here because I'm really into that, like, I don't know, rocker hair. I'm revisiting my grungy aesthetics. Been really liking it. I think when I start, like, I've been losing a lot of weight. I've lost 30 pounds since November, but I'm going to be buying some new clothes. I think I'm going to really lean into that 90s grunge. I really like that aesthetic, and I think it suits me pretty well. I think it fits me. I feel the most, like, relaxed and confident, I think, when I'm grungy. I haven't had an aesthetic in like 4 years since Leo arrived. But yeah, I've been working out like crazy. Oh my gosh. In fact, I went for a run today, and I went for a run yesterday, and my trainer has been kicking my ass. He's also very proud of me, though. We do our like measurements once a month, and my progress is like really good. Post-apocalyptic chick? Absolutely. I love that aesthetic. I call it diesel punk. I like it. I don't know. I know what, because I think girls like that look super hot, and I think boys like that look super hot. Like, if I see it on TikTok, I'm like, so, and I think I have like the face shape for it. You know how, like, finding an aesthetic, you know, you gotta find a look that like complements your features. Is that his skull? Yes, that's true. Thanks, Plaza. Everyone looks hot with a little dirt on them. I like the makeup that kind of looks like dirt. I don't know why. I just, because it's kind of easy to do, and I'm just like, I used to do pretty glam makeup, and it's not bad, especially like when I had an outside job and would work in nightclubs. I did a more glam look. And I thought it was fine. Like, I would wear a wig that was like long and luscious, and I could pull that off, but I just feel more interesting when I can be a little grungy. Oh, I know. Tasha, good luck. Look, I think my delicious, scrumdiddly-dumptious, Viking-ass husband would look great with some eyeliner or kohl, but he would never. He would never, so I will never make him. I drop the hint once in a while, but he just kind of brushes it off because it's just not for him. And I don't want him to be something he's not into. He has been encouraged to work out more, though, so he's been working out, too. Because both of us kind of... We got our parent bods from Leo. Speaking of Leo, I want to look at Leo, see how he's doing at school. No, I think eyeliner on men is just like that, just like under the under eye, just subtle. It's so hot. Alright, I'm looking for... I'm looking for my Leo thing. There it is. I just want to see. Do football players still put black powder? I have no idea. I don't know anything about football players. Football players are not my... I've never dated a football player. I've never been friends with a football player. My dad was... Actually, okay. My dad was a football player in college, and he watched football a lot, but I never watched it. I never had any interest. His show dance trainer once said if they don't have enough mixed couples for one of the shows, she'll put him in one of the dresses with the girls. I was thrilled because I would have made the prettiest cupcake out of him. Sadly, I had enough girls who dream didn't come true. That's cute. No, if I were to like play with fashion with Steven, I'd make him look a little punk rocker. You know, give him like a cool jacket. Oh, he's not a jewelry guy either. He won't wear jewelry. So I can just pretend in my mind that he's wearing some sexy chain and rings, but it's okay. He's sexy all on his own. That's all window dressing. You don't need it. Don't the football player patches, isn't that just to like keep the sun out of their eyes or something? It's just like a boop, boop. Oh, Leo looks so happy. Aww. Going down the slide. What a cute baby. Okay. Speaking of rocker baddies, remember that character sheet I've been working on forever? I think I haven't touched it since the last time we worked on it. Spy camera? No, there are no cameras there. They just they have a spreadsheet, and every day they update it with what he has been doing, what they worked on, and photographs. They don't have any cameras though because this is ABA therapy. HIPAA applies, so if there is another child in the shot, they actually have to scribble that child's face out for privacy reasons. I am not allowed to know the names or the faces of the other children that go there. They're very, very protective of their patients' privacy. The ring you got your boyfriend for Christmas, it's one size too small. Oh no. You couldn't choose a size? That's odd. If I couldn't choose a size, I probably wouldn't have ordered it. What I think I'll start doing is, with Steven, is I'll like buy him clothes or accessories that he can wear on our date nights. Cause we're we're picking back up on dating. We have like a date coming up next week. Yes. Not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after. We're going out. It'll be our 5th year anniversary. Fifth year anniversary. We've been together for 13 years, but we've been married for 5. Oh, that's odd. Yeah, that sucks, Tasha. Sorry. Oversized does feel nice. Like this, my wedding ring is right here. If sometimes my hands get swollen, like my blood pressure or something, and I have to take it off because it's uncomfortable. But oversized definitely feels a little bit better. I used to have a cute collection of rings. I don't know what happened to them. I had such cute jewelry. Bracelets, necklaces, so much jewelry. Now I don't know where it is. It's gone. Alright, what were we doing? That's right, we're working on this guy. A couple of pieces. You know what? Sometimes it's like you either have a ton of pieces that are cheap, like costume jewelry, but they look awesome, or you have a few pieces, but they're like nice, high quality, expensive. And I've always been the first kind of person, but I think now that I'm gonna be like, I'm turning 40 next. I'm turning 40 next year. I should start getting like nicer pieces. Yup. This is my last year in my 30s. I'm turning 39 in July. You used to be cute, then age happened. You can still be cute after age. You just have to adjust your aesthetic. White Jade Dragon. It's beautiful from Pawn. Gold necklace from her teeth. That's cool. Yeah, I think I'll just get him. I'll get him some pieces. I don't know. I just have always been drawn to like strong aesthetics. You were 40 when your daughter was born. She'll be here in her 20s in a few weeks. Oh, dang. Bringing on the wisdom. That's awesome, though. I really like I like having a nice wide range in my community. You were 40 when your daughter was born. My husband was 40 when, or no, was he 40 or was he 38? He was 40. Okay, he was 38 when Leo was born. So we're older parents. I've had to cope with that. I'm like, damn. When my son is my age, I'll be like 60. I hope so. That's why like lately I've been working really, really hard to stay healthy and like get back in shape, because I want to have the health and the energy and the cognitive awareness as he's an adult, because I want to know my son when he's a grown up. I don't want to be gone. Older parents are great. Honestly, I'm glad that I waited. Being an older parent, I think, is really beneficial for our family because we are financially stable. We're emotionally stable. Like, I'm way more patient, way more chill, and I'm much wiser than I was in my 20s. It is a challenge. Maharishi, dude, I've had a personal trainer since November. I got a personal trainer. I have been totally out of shape for the last 4 years. And it's been such a challenge, but I'm so motivated and dedicated. I'm like seeing the results finally. And I'm like, because oh dang, I was in bad shape. And I felt it. I felt sick all the time. You're getting on the stationary bike at home. I've been going on walks. Well, I do a lot more than that. I have a full workout routine. But instead of doing cardio indoors, I started with walks, and then I got brave, and now I do runs. It took a lot of work because I have terrible endurance, but my endurance is getting better. And I'm quite proud of myself. I've actually done research on how to run better, and I started doing exercises that are specifically to help strengthen the muscles you need to run. And it's been working, and I feel very proud of myself. It's the only thing that doesn't kill your hip and back. Do you stretch? I have bad hips. Well, I did, and now I've been targeting my hips. I've been stretching them, and I've been doing little exercises to strengthen them, like little things. And it is making a difference. Mobility and calisthenics is kind of like a goal of mine. Oh, well, if it's something like that, yeah, there's not much you can do. I'm sorry about that. Finally using the Pendleton and the Bowflex, you need to maintain the sexy grandpa moniker. Yeah, hey, at least sexy grandpa is a aesthetic. I'm trying to hopefully I'll bring the sexy grandma. But that's the thing though. I had a baby so late. By the time I'm a grandma, I'm going to be really old. I might be already 70. So I'll just be a MILF right now. Do you here poll to be considered a MILF? Is it just you have to be a mom that's attractive, or is there an age that you also have to be past? Because there are some moms who are in their 20s or early 30s, which is younger than me, and they're obviously very attractive. Are they considered MILFs just because they have kids? Or do you have to be past a certain age also to be considered a MILF? I looked pretty good in my 3rd trimester. You mean back when I was pregnant? MILF is a state of mind. Well, okay, so does that mean being the married woman I am who is Steven sexual and has only eyes for my darling, handsome man take me out of MILF? Well, no, Gabriel, I just didn't know if you were doing a play on words. I wasn't sure. I looked pretty good though. I appreciate that. I think that was, I had lower body fat. Like I was heavy because I was pregnant, but I didn't really fall out of shape in a bad way until after I gave birth. My outsides, especially my pelvic area, were so damaged. I wasn't really able to walk very well for almost a year. And then just taking care of my son was so exhausting. I didn't have energy to work out. I couldn't work out with him because he would stop me from trying to work out. He would start freaking out if I was, it was bad. Hubby was ordering food so I didn't have to cook. So my diet was just garbage. So over the 4 years of his life is where the damage to my physique really happened. 3rd trimester, because I was pretty fit right when I got pregnant. It wasn't my fittest, but I was still an in shape girl. So the 9 months, that isn't enough to destroy your body, but the 5 years total from the time I got pregnant to now, that was the destruction. It's a very slow, it took me a long time to put that weight on. Does it help that you've done? I think so, Flaza, because when I work out with my trainer, he is always kind of in shock how well I perform. When he gives me a workout, I already have really good form. I already know how to target certain things. He's always oh yeah, do that. The muscle memory is there. I'm already seeing my old muscles starting to kind of re-emerge. They're covered in fat, so you can't see the cuts, but my this area is starting to really tighten up. My legs are freaking powerhouses right now. I'm very strong. My weight that I lift is very heavy. So yeah, bodybuilding definitely helped. You just got scammed recently. You got a Switch from a streamer colleague for change, and you wanted to buy some used games because you won't pay $70 for a new one. The seller was basically fake. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Ka, that's fine. I appreciate that. I think I was just being more cheeky than anything. But yeah, muscle memory definitely helps. My exercise background, my exercise background has definitely helped. And it's been cool because when I go into the gym, it's I forgot what it feels like to crush it. I used to love that feeling, and I haven't been able to find that feeling even when I did try to work out in my house. And now that I found it, I'm we're back, baby. We're fucking back. so pleased. Steven hasn't been complaining either. And not just because I'm looking good, but because I have more energy and I have this, like, I don't know, wiliness that has riled up within me. And yeah, so benefits all around. Okay, we should probably, I think the last thing we were doing was working on this. I'm looking at this and yeah, something has changed. It's crazy what some endorphins can do. See how here his horns are curving out and then in, but over here they're almost like straight up. I kind of think I prefer this straight up. They're just going to give you a few games that don't play anymore. You feel worse because it was like your own fault for being too trusting. Yeah, don't be giving people money that you don't trust, man. I don't buy from independent sellers. I'm just... I don't want to have to redraw this, though, but I feel like... Hold on, let me... Let's make some marks. I haven't looked at this piece, this whole thing in like, God, month? However long it's been since we worked on it. I kind of almost think it needs to be more like that, yeah? What are we thinking? That means I have to fix all these little things over here too. Good night, Tasha. I'm glad I caught you before bedtime. You have a good one. I'm thinking that might be... What is that? Okay. I can't believe I drew this. Actually. I'm pretty pleased with myself. Okay. But I think I gotta go in and fix that. So, how are we gonna fix that? We are going to draw over it and then we'll erase behind. So, first of all, let's pick a color that I can see. And then let's do it. Let's make sure we got some of this. I should be warming up, but warming up is for pussies. Let's reduce this a little bit. I haven't drawn in so long. I haven't even been drawing on my tablet. I've just not been... My brain has been fried. I've just been like, Buffy, sleep, exercise, Steven, Buffy. And now today I'm like, blah, okay, gotta come back to reality. Gotta come back. We got games coming this week. We have the Thursday game. We're going to start streaming that. The character that this is going to be part of. So you all get to see that. And then Buta. Which, I'm going to be honest with you. Yesterday, I for sure thought we had Buta today. And then I looked at the schedule and I was like, oh, it's a week off. Well, shit. Okay. 2 weeks off. Not good, but okay. Yes, Gabriel, the secret Thursday game is coming out of the closet and it will be streamed. It's the beginning of a brand new arc. I'm going to try and present it like yes, the characters all have a lot of history. but we're going to try to introduce it to the audience. It would have been last week, Gabriel, but guess what? I didn't have a voice. I couldn't talk. I was sick as a dog, as a doge. Uh-oh, did I just lose internet? Oh, okay. But yeah, I was too sick to run my games, which was a bummer. Happens. If I was just regular sick, I would have still done it. But the fact that I, like, could not speak, I would have been DMing like this. Alright. Roll for initiative. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Unveiled Secrets and Scales. Please welcome all my players. I would have sounded like fucking RFK Jr. And nobody wants to hear that. Okay. I know. I have been telling her she needs to talk louder. She talks to me in normal volume when we speak on the phone. I think she just gets tired. Like, she's been sleepy. And there's no amount of turning up your microphone to overcompensate a gentle whisper. Look, maybe she's just trying to romance you all. Maybe she's like audiobook narrating for us, and everyone else is just so noisy that we are unable to actually perceive. Why am I being slandered? Oh, we were just talking about how quiet you've been lately on Buta. And I'm making excuses for you. Well, we didn't play yesterday. You mean last time we played? God! Cough is still there, damn it. I think this looks better. I think. Hold on though, I gotta make sure that these horns are popping out correctly. Retsu, I'm already working on the NPCs that you might cross paths with in this next leg. I might accidentally make them hot. It's kind of my MO now, I think. Let's see. Okay, now I gotta go through and do something very scary. I have to go through and erase behind the horns, which is going to kind of solidify. Oh, I have to erase this goddamn horn too. Ugh, you know what? First, let's just turn this off. This is gonna hurt my soul. Okay, let's go. Let's go. You know what? Sometimes it's good to step away from art for a little while and come back with fresh eyes. Retsu, are you ready? Are you ready to play Buta after all this time? I don't know if this angle is right. Dang it. I can't. like this hair. But I also don't know if I have the patience to go back and change it. Blech. Alright, now I just gotta go through here. I have 2 line layers. Because I like to thicken them up. Okay. Yeah, so far I think this is better. I still think I should have taken that and just, but it kind of feels too late. All of these guys, their horns are all going the wrong direction. I think it's because I was copying this, but this was my first draft, and I think this is the best, just straight up. Straight up. Alright, and then we gotta go in and fix the coloring. And then we should be groovy. Alright, I just merged all my line layers, so good luck to me. Good luck to me. Ratsu, I went and I downloaded Lads Love in Deep Space because I kept seeing clips and I was like, what is this? What is this game? It's a spicy game. I found out about it because a cosplayer came across my feed. And I was like, what? Who? Hi, Darren! Lads is a deep rabbit hole. Is it? Do you have experience with this rabbit hole? Darren, I am alive, but barely. Lads is... It's funny because it's definitely like the characters are really hot, but there's a lot of cringe in it, but it's kind of like funny cringe. Stop making him hotter? No. Is Dulgrim jealous? Dulgrim doesn't have to be jealous, bro. Dulgrim can be an option. Okay? It's clicks. It's all cliches. It's all cliches. Yes, it does feel like cliches, for sure. It's tropes, I would say. Like they're like, we're gonna make a trope simulator. My sister actually, she lent me a spicy book because I've never read one before. She lent me one, and I'm only 10 pages in, and immediately I'm like, this thing breaks all of it commits all of the main character's sins. Mr. September is jealous. Is he really jealous? Why would Darren be jealous? I'm gonna make Q be really nice to Darren. There's nothing you can do about it. It's gonna be very frustrating for you. in a good way. He's gonna give you some hyper-specific compliment that's gonna knock him on his ass. Because it turns out, as wackadoodle as this character is, I think he's very observant. I think he notices things. He doesn't look like it, but he does. You notice things too. This wasn't a competition. Yeah, but what about your insight? I think he notices things like on an insight level, not on a perception level, you know? He can tell when someone says something but means another. He can tell when someone is masking. But maybe he doesn't let you know that. Maybe he pretends to be oblivious, because that's easier. Easier to pretend like you don't know what's going on. Okay, where's the shadow coming from? Looks like it's just coming from behind. What's up, Blueberry? Posture check, sorry. Oh, I see. So you're all vibes, but no thoughts. Got it. Well, just so you know, you're not in competition with this guy. This is a lowly NPC. The real stars are the players. And this next arc is going to be very Dulgrim focused. Very, very, very. Dulgrim, though, his character flaw is it could be considered a flaw and a asset, I think. He's a bit possessive when it comes to friends, and he can get easily feelings hurt when he perceives that a friend, like, he doesn't like to share. Just woke up and was passing through. You wanted to say it before you start your day. Oh, why, thank you. Almighty. So Q is high wisdom, low int, like Tarzan. Q, if we're just basing it off of the Oni stat block, he's got pretty strong charisma and pretty strong int. I don't know how much I'm going to edit that. Like we were talking in the Discord. When I have NPCs, I'm not going to give him like a full character sheet. He's not meant in any way to be able to like mechanically perform anything. That's the player's realm, you know? My NPCs are there for story. They don't participate in combat. If he does, he did help with combat when they first met him because they were like literally gonna die. They did most of the work. He just like came in and just made the tiniest bit of difference, and he played mostly support. He was like casting spells, buffing the party, and then at the very end, he did this cool thing where he like rolled up his sleeves and then did a and like threw his little nightmare ray, and it was enough to help finish off with the Ifrit that they were fighting 4 Ifrit at the end of a very long dungeon. It was rough. So he got to, I didn't mean to like, I wasn't gonna, like, my intentions weren't for him to like be a deciding factor. He had 1 hit point. They beat the shit out of him just before. He had 1 hit point left because they resuscitated him, because they were like, wait, is he Han? Definitely had no intention of making him an NPC that would follow the party. But there was just enough chemistry there that I was like, no, this guy's coming. This guy's coming on the adventure. If anything, just to add much needed background chatter. Kind of smoothing out. It looks like I've already set up a lot of the basic shapes, and now I just need to even it out. You were the final blow. That's right. That's right. Yeah, you were good. Dolgrim has a big issue respecting other people's crowd control. It's kind of funny. The good old days. Isn't that a song? You gotta be careful. Maybe you're in the good old days. No, I'm definitely not in the good old days anymore. I often think back to the 2010s and go, man, life was simpler. What's up, Lotsif? It's okay, Darren. We just like to tease you for it. It is good to communicate, though, with your other spellcasters. Because at this level, you know, you want to be mindful. You have 3 arrows. That's a good way to think about it. I kind of feel like I've had 2 eras of good old days as well. I had my pre-streaming days where in my 20s I was like making music, I was doing fitness competitions, I was in like indie films and commercials and like doing so many cool fun things. And then my second good old days is like after I started streaming. I had really fun success on Twitch. I got pretty big for a little while. Got to appear on like shows and podcasts. I had my own music podcast, and famous people would come onto my show. We chatted up. And now I have a baby, so I'm kind of figuring out what the next good old days is going to be, aside from like, I'm sure when I look back, I'm going to look back at Leo being a cute little baby and toddler and call that a good old day. Did I decide which cultish boon you want to give him? Why does he get a cultish boon again? What does that make you? I don't know. What does that make you? He's not old. You wanted to add some flavor. Oh, yeah. I don't think a cultish boon is the right move, because he's not he's not affiliated with a demon lord. So honestly, I think that if he were to have class features, I'm thinking for him, probably some kind of sorcerer thing, because as an Oni, you know, they're kind of naturally magical. So I might give him some meta magic. Or like revisit his spells. But again, he's not going to be really in combat. If you feel old, I didn't say I feel old. I've never said that I feel, well, I mean, I don't know if I've never said that, but in this conversation, I haven't said I feel old. I feel pretty young, actually. I feel like I'm in a good place. You feel old? I'm a year older than you, son. Nah, I don't feel old. Even like healthy wise. I recently got all my blood work done. Doing great. No problems. My hormones are all good. My blood pressure's good. My blood sugar's good. My liver's good. You're gonna, no, Lotsif is older than me, but Lotsif is my husband's age, and I don't see my husband as old. So just a bit older than me, but like within the same, like he and I would have been in high school. Like I would have been a freshman same year that he'd be a senior. So kind of same era. To me, that feels very like same agey, you know? Like I don't feel much different from myself 4 years ago. There's a sigil faction called, or sigil faction called the Incantifiers. They ate magical energy to be able to metagically charge their spells. That's kind of neat. I'm gonna have to look at see what that is. I'm giving him a pretty interesting origin story, but I don't know if it'll ever actually be explored. If anything, I'm gonna just kind of use it to explain a lot of his behaviors, and then if the players decide to dig into it, maybe they'll learn about it. But I don't want to push backstory if it's not integral to like the plot. Does he do the tattoos? Yeah, I think that he actually is a tattoo artist. I don't know if he did his own tattoos, but I think it'd be cool if he did magical tattoos, and maybe the players can get magical tattoos from him. He was a Japanese schoolgirl until he fell into a well and got isekai to another world. No, he's an Oni. He's an Oni, and he, so what the players know already is that, he lost a bet. So they just finished a long dungeon that was created by an evil wizard. This was White Plume Mountain so it's like official content. I didn't write the lore of this dungeon. It's just the dungeon was created by a wizard. I don't even remember his name. He had a name though. And this Oni was one of the encounters, and it was basically he was in there because years ago he lost a bet to that wizard and now has to guard the treasure for 1,001 years. It does not elaborate at all. Carapsis, thank you. It does not elaborate about what this bet was, how he knew it, like nothing. Doesn't elaborate, so I have a lot of freedom to play with that. And play with it, I will. So buckle up, kitties. We had established, and this again was not elaborated on, I established this, but we established that Q has been in there, in this dungeon for about 300 years. We didn't give like 321. We didn't like list that out. But he's been in there for about 300 years. So already kind of antsy, already kind of bored. Excited to get out, stretch his legs. Definitely views the party as an excuse to go outside. Doesn't have any reason to fuck with them right now. No safety allowed. So the reason he's able to go outside with the party is they managed to like defeat him. And they were carrying his treasure away. And he's nervous because, like, if he doesn't protect this treasure, what the fuck is this dungeon? What is this wizard going to do to him? But they kind of discovered if the treasure was pulled out of his little room that he was living in, he could cross the threshold if he had the intention of taking it and returning it back. So he is following the party because he's trying to return the treasure, but he never said when he was going to return the treasure. As long as he's intending to return the treasure, he can go outside and follow him around. And he's not in a rush to return that. He is going to drag this out as long as he can, before, like, until the party basically gets sick of him and either kills him, which he knows that they could do that. He's not an idiot. He understands their power level, much greater than his. Or if they get sick of him, they could always give him the treasure and send him away. But he would be very sad if that happened. Yeah, Calamity's new pet. Shtick wrote the module while applying for a job with TSR. He took what he felt were best parts from the previously created dungeons and put them together, created White Plume Mountain. After looking at it, TSR hired him to publish the module without making any changes. Interesting. Yeah, it definitely feels very random, that dungeon. Like, there's no, like, cohesive story being told by it, other than there's some famous artifacts inside. But, like, there's, like, minions in there. It's just an encounter crawl. Which I think was kind of neat. I've never, like, run a dungeon like that. It was fun to, like... It was fun to experience it. I've learned a lot. Question for me. I have a returning player in my personal campaign. Would I be okay to draw another character for us? Normally, because those are supposed to be package deal sketches, because I do them all together. So normally I'd say you'd have to still at least, like, get 4 things, but because you're my friend, I will let you have 1 add-on. But if you want to keep adding people to it, then we just got to do a new set. Is that okay with you? Because by themselves, I made them cheap on purpose as individuals, because I'm kind of like trying to do package deals. So indefinitely adding on to it is not the point of them, but I will allow you to add on 1. The problem is it's not going to look as similar, because when I do them, I like use the same kind of color palette, I use the same background colors, and I don't have any of that anymore because I merge it all. So it might stand out a little bit, but that's okay. That's the way it's got to be. Overworking this, over-rendering. I tend to do that sometimes. We'll see. Are you taking players into another dungeon? They won't be. The next bit is not so much dungeony and more kind of closer to what we've done in the past. I think they need a little break from dungeons. I don't think I'll ever run them through a dungeon as long as Hidden Shrine. That was, I think the White Plume Mountain was a good length. They knocked that out in like 3 or 4 sessions. Well, he caught you off guard this holiday when he told you he bought a CPU and wanted to start playing with us. It's been 20 years. Oh, that's so exciting. I'm so excited for you. Playing with an old friend? That's awesome. I know I've had requests from old friends to join current campaigns, and I was like, my table's so full. If I get an opening, I'll let you know, but I can't, because if I fill up the table too much, it takes away from everybody's experience, and it's really hard. It's really hard not to include everybody. Last Caverns of Tomcath was free a while back. What does that mean? I don't know what you mean by his face. I think cigarettes are disgusting, but this pose is so hot to me. Oh, so that's more than an old friend. When you say 20 years, you mean it's been 20 years since you've played D&D with him? Oh, I'm probably not going to adapt all of them. When I picked up that book, it was more just like, I have this book. I kind of want to like play some official content for a little bit to get inspired, to get some inspiration, because I've been homebrewing a lot, and it's good to brush up, you know, to see what other people are running. It increases your library, you know. That's so cool. I wish I got to play back in the day. Nobody would play with me. I would have been such a D&D girly had I been invited. Alas, it was never in the cards for me. Not until the summer of 2020, when I had a big captive audience of little music fans, and I was yapping about how I wanted to play D&D, but nobody would invite me, and one of my audience members was like, I'll run it for you, and I was like, cool, show of hands, who wants to play? And a couple of my friends in the chat were like, I guess I'll play, and that was the beginning of forever. There's a lot of gatekeeping. Yeah, it just, I don't think anyone even thought to invite me. Like, it's not that they were like, no, you can't play because you're a girl. It was more like, we're not going to ask you because you're a girl and you probably think we're losers. But I did want to play. I had heard of it, and I didn't have a lot of friends, so I didn't know how to make it happen. Yeah, Retsu. It was pretty, and then I was hooked. I was so hooked from the beginning. I made a cosplay for my character. I dressed up as her. The body paint was involved. Had so much fun, but then our DM was kind of flaky. And so I was like, well, I'm tired of not playing, so I'm gonna be the DM now. Rhyme was fun. Yeah, you do have clips. There are clips of my first D&D. Me one-shotting Poof the Magician because I crit his ass, and that was my first attack roll of being a dungeon master ever. My first attack roll as a DM in my life, I straight up killed a player. Straight up. Gone. Dead. Whoopsie. Why is that like that? Hold on. That shouldn't be there. Oh, never mind. That should be there. Oh, let me wake up Boris. I forgot to turn her on. I'll tell you when he wakes up. Hold on. You get to play a hot half work in your friend's short PF2E. Ooh, that's cute. Oh, you know what? I'm not even logged in. Hold on, I gotta log in. Let's see. I gotta go do a whole process. gosh. All right. It works. Good to go. Rhyme. No, it's rhyme, not like she rhymes. Rhyme like the frost that clings to metal when it gets cold out. Oh, wait, you're rapping. Time to wake up, Boris. He kicks the trolls like a big Chuck Norris. He's not a guy. He can't say hi. You have to log in to get him run in. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. This hand, I don't know how I don't even know how it looks this good, if I'm being honest with you. I can't wait either, Latif. There is a rhyme in that adventure. Oh, I see. It's okay. Big summer blowout. Oh, yeah? Our January blowout? A blowout? Kind of. A blowout is when you, like, blow dry your hair with intention. Right? You put, like, the product in there. You put the rollers in there. You put the freaking microwave on your head and you cook your brain. That's like a blowout. Spray it so that it stays. That is a hairstyle I do not participate in. I am an air dry girly. It is very rare for me to do anything product-wise with my hair. That is a rare thing indeed. My hair just naturally gets messy from bed and I just rock the natural bed head. The most I'll do product-wise really is I like dry shampoo so I don't have to wash my hair too often. We have the same hair color? Fucking rad. I actually did my hair, I touched it up yesterday. So this is 1 day old. 1 day old blue in a box. So I'm trying to get, so I'm not very great at hands. This is like the most complex hand I've ever drawn in my life. So I'm trying to not get too lost in the sauce and focus on like big shapes first and then smaller shapes after. So right now I'm like looking at the hand like as if it's like an oven mitt and getting the shadows like to get the form correct. And then I'm going to go through and detail the fingers, I think. I'm just not really good at this shit, man. Last week it was funny to see Cuck and the whole crew having a good time after their mandatory quarantine. Brutus almost died during his investigation. Wow, why am I not surprised? Question. Does Diren play Brutus the same way he plays all his other characters? Which is recklessly with reckless abound. No, he was careful. Okay, so this is just that's Adult Grim and a Benjamin thing. I see. Well played. Well played. Miles was reckless. Who's Miles? Milestone? Oh, gotcha. She's usually not very reckless at all. She's very, very level-headed. She has a big range, though, her characters. She is such a joy to play D&D with. I consider myself very lucky. We always talk about how good someone is at being a dungeon master, but we don't give enough credit to just the super talented players. And you guys are all pretty super talented. I think that's why I agreed to taking this game live. I wasn't going to do... my original reasons for not streaming that game was because I didn't want to put, like, performance pressure on the players, because they're there to have a fun time, not a like, I'm gotta be entertaining time. But y'all are just so naturally entertaining that it just ended up working out. What's up, Case? You've only ever seen her play on Own It. You're about to see her play the sauciest, sluttiest little Hexblood boy who is so fun and so charming, but like sneaky. I don't even know how to describe Calamity. Calamity rules. Poppy's cool, but Calamity fucking rules. You have Shattered Obelisk done in Foundry, and now with Mad Cartographer's Maps. It's so nice. Oh yeah? Oh my goodness, hold on, let's zoom out. Oh, what? Guys, I did this? This is... It's not done. It's not done. I'm kind of just amazed this is coming out of me right now. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be fun. I got plans for Dogra. I got bad plans. Bad plans. Still might have to reach out to you guys before the game for some last minute stuff. I might not have to do it by this week. Just depends. I've been really slow with my prep. It's like I feel rust on my brain. The creative rust makes it hard to stay focused. Sometimes I'll sit with my notes and I'm just like this. Did I create? I have not done such a thing. I actually have to sit down and decide how I'm going to introduce the plot. That's a good point. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll have time to make an animated thing. Buff did that. Nick. He made that shit. But now he's kind of a busy boy because he has a job. How dare he? fucking responsible motherfucker. So we'll see. We'll see how I do that. You'll do a one shot for your old friend so he can get it better with his 14th character out of the box. Nice. Yeah, level 14 is a lot going on, you know? There's a lot to manage at that level. Has he ever played 5th edition? I felt like 5th edition was pretty easy for me to learn. I picked it up really fast. Once during COVID for the bachelor party with one of her friends. Okay, so he's not super experienced with it. Again, that's totally fine. You don't need to be extremely experienced. If you understand how D20 systems work, you're good. Good to go. GTG. Way too bright. It's dark. There we go. Oops. Should I make one of these fingernails black? Cool. Oh yeah, he'll be fine. Is the like I don't know anything about 2nd edition. I know 3rd edition was a little chaotic towards the end. So if you can manage that, 5th is super streamlined, super simple. It's great for people coming in. Actually, I don't mind 5th edition at all. But I don't like to play those Edition Wars games. I think they're pointless. You like what you like. You prefer what you prefer. And there's no need to get shirty about it. Let's take a zoom out here. Frickin' looking good. His neck needs some work. I've been trying to get better at painting necks. Because a realistic looking neck just... Ugh. What time is it? I got like an hour or two before I have to go pick up Leo. Time flies when you're drawing hot baddies. feel like I haven't really gotten that much work done on this. Is his ring fingernail supposed to be blue? Huh? I made this one black. Is that what you mean? I wanted to just like change it up. Or maybe do it like where it's like, you know, what the cool kids do when they have like just like a cool design. So like a half and half. Or I can do it to where there's like a little design. You know? I don't know what design. Here, let's give him like a little. Something like that. I don't know. That might be a little too much. We can leave it for now. See if we change our mind. Maybe. So, at least, like, it's very popular currently for people who have get their nails done to have a variation on their ring finger and their thumb. Or they'll do like every nail looks a little different. The ring finger is like a popular one because middle finger is a little too symmetrical. Pointer finger looks too pointy. Pinky, like, because it's at the end. This is at the end. So the ring finger is a very popular spot for nail art variety, which is kind of why I colored that one in. I'm not sure I like all of them being different though. I think one is enough. So yes, it would have been on purpose. When you said blue, that just threw me off because I was like, I didn't make it blue. It was just supposed to be like a shade of black, but not like uber black because uber black doesn't make sense. I should put his shirt on its own layer. I was trying to do this all on the same layer, but honestly, why am I doing that to myself? Why on earth would I torture myself? It's almost like I think I deserve to be punished as an artist. We can actually go all the way under here. Alright, let's Clean it up, clean it up. All right. Gonna eventually have to figure out what this little pattern is. That's gonna be fun. Thanks lots of, I know, I feel like I've improved a lot this past year. Do I name all the bad guys in your campaign? Like the individual monsters? Or like what do you mean by that? Not the individuals, unless the players ask for a name, then I invent one on the spot. It really depends. But I invent a lot of shit on the spot. Because I can't predict what the players are gonna be interested in, right? I don't know what you guys are gonna like. So if I don't think it's gonna be important, I don't give them a name unless the players decide they're gonna be important and then a name is birthed into existence. Every goblin, every orc. Why? Remember that conversation we had about directing your energy towards productive things when it comes to prep? If you have the energy and time to name every goblin and every orc, you probably could be spending that time doing something even better in your campaign. Demetrius, see, I let the players name my NPCs also. I just say, what do you think his name is? Demetrius? I didn't come up with that. That was their decision. Kinky Trio? Yeah, that's funny. Something after DMing for as many campaigns as I have been for as many years, I've experimented with a lot of things. And I have found that I need to be quite efficient at my prep because I will fall behind. I will fall behind. I'm also kind of good at coming up with shit on the spot. Oh, you got everything done? I see. Okay. Well, if everything is done... I'm in a kind of campaign where that just doesn't exist. If I finish something and I have more time, then I have to start planning ahead, further ahead. I don't have no time to name every single Chasme demon. Every Vrock, every succubus. Now, when I make art of a character, I usually give them a name, but I just go with the first name that pops up the top of my head. I don't spend a lot of time on it. You're randomizing the gear. So, I mean, sometimes that could be true, but sometimes, you know, gear can be standardized. If you're part of a gang, they probably have standard issue, or if you're like a soldier, you have a standard issue thing, you know? So, I think it depends. But I like to have mobs that have different weapons. So, like, if there's like a pack of goblins, this guy's got a bow or crossbow. This guy's got a spear. This guy's got some axes. Yeah. Last week, you tell your players you're running a special one-shot. All the player options for character creation are available, but they have to be Gith. So players pick their names. We get Lucine, Luxia, a Danton, and a subject SCL02CA. Now that's pretty creative. Cool. I don't know. My naming conventions are pretty much what's the first thing that pops in my head, first couple things that pop in my head, and does it feel good? Yeah, it feels good. Okay, that's it. I don't like spending too much time on names. Retsu, how would you describe your naming convention? You think that players knows that spells cloaca in Leap? What? Huh? Pardon? No, I know what leet speak is, but just the sentence you gave me did not. My brain couldn't. I don't know what that means. I think that players knows that spells cloaca. Oh, I had to go back to your first comment. Okay, I see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. I didn't realize you were referencing the message you had left a second ago. That's why I was like, huh? What do you mean? What is this grammar? Nah, I get it. I just misunderstood. Alright, let's give this guy some cute little facial hair. Gabriel, I'm sorry. Look, sometimes I read things and my don't register what I'm reading, and it takes me a second. It's not your fault. It's my fault, but it's not a big deal. If I need clarification, if I need cloacification, I will ask for it. I'm not afraid to admit when I don't understand. Sometimes I just need to read something in a different way. Sometimes I'll just be like, can you say that again but different? I say that to Lots all the time. Lots scrambles my brain with, he'll like say something in English, but it'll have like, not even French grammar. I don't know. Sometimes you'll say something, you'll type something, and I'll read it, and I'll be like, what? And then you'll send me like a voice memo, and that makes it worse because now I have to like, instead of just reading it and getting it all in one, I have to like sit and listen through the accent, and I'm like, what? And then I feel stupid. But then I just say it again, but different. Say it again, but like adjust your grammar. Say it a little more proper. Little less internet lingo, a little more proper. When I was younger, I'd be too afraid to ask clarifying questions because it made me feel like I was imposing or I was like being annoying. But now I'm like, explain. Exemplar? What, like Erudite? Erudite the Exemplar? Oh, I'm fucking thirsty. Let me go get some water. I'm thirsty. Seeing this boy for the last 2 hours makes me thirsty. Oh, look at Dad. I'm so proud. He's getting there. It's a little grayish though. I think I have to like bring in this blue. Bring black the blue. Okay. I gotta get my water. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I forgot to unmute myself, and I forgot my water. Hello, Falconar. I will be right back. Okay. Trying to stay hydrated. Okay. Back to this. My fingers are looking a little pillowy. So we're gonna fix that. No pillow fingers. Yeah, I don't know what module you guys are talking about, so I can't help. Sorry. Oh, and we got an ad. Great timing. Making roll tables is fun. That's something you could do instead of having to like look at each individual mob and giving them a name. You can make roll tables, and then when it's time to name them, just roll on the roll table. It's like kind of like that batch prep. I feel like I'm missing the good blue. There we go. Rather than doing it that way, I think I'm actually going to do an overlay layer. Lots of, is that how you found my channel? Because of Foundry tutorials? Damn, I stopped making those because, well, I wasn't getting a lot of action on them. Ooh, this looks good. Wasn't getting too much action on them, and it kind of felt like I was wasting my time. But then I forget sometimes the value is in like finding people, like individuals that find value in it, and rather than trying to get a wide audience. Maybe I'll start doing that again. I remember I stopped doing it too because like, this isn't the reason, but I just kind of like started getting bored. I was showing off a cool new thing I could do in Foundry. And then a couple of comments were from people saying like, they're like, but why? Why do this? May as well just, like, this is too much. It's not even real D&D anymore. It wasn't even a lot. I was just showing how you could have a Google spreadsheet in a note that would update when you update the Google sheet. It would then update in the game itself. And so I was like showing an example. I made like a bar menu for a tavern. And there was like people getting all rude about it. And I was like, okay, fine. I won't show you then, weirdos. It was very bean soup. Very, very bean soup theory. Like, if you don't want to do this. Yeah, I was going to update the tutorial and I just haven't. Well, first of all, I have had barely any time to do anything, but I was going to do that. Maybe I still will. I just need to get the motivation to. I started making Pathfinder tutorial. Tutorials are just hard for me to make, man. Writing the script, ugh. It is a weird thing. Speaking of weird thing, this whole thing is a weird thing. You need motivation to become motivated. When you figure out how to do that, you let me know. When I lose motivation, I am useless. I just sit on my phone and I go, once I get into a funk, I basically have to wait the funk out. I have to like binge something that I enjoy to get dopamine and then get bored of that, and then I'll be back to normal. Because if I try to brute force myself out of one of those, it just doesn't work. I'm useless. Coffee and it's hard not to doom scroll, especially when you consider what the fuck is going on right now. I have to be so careful, because then I start getting fucking stressed. I get so stressed out. Want to cry or fight or curl up in a coffin and not wake up until it's over. Yeah, the anxiety is so intense. It's very overstimulating. I've been trying to cut back on my coffee. I drink a lot of coffee. Cut it down to 1 cup a day. Really hard to do. I was addicted to coffee so much that if I didn't have it, I would get a migraine. But now if I have too much of it, I get the migraine. So that worked out, I guess. I know. Well, I was having an entire pot of coffee plus energy drinks, sometimes more than one. And it was so bad that if I didn't have caffeine, I would be just stricken, riddled with migraines. So I made some adjustments. It was funny. I went to my lady doctor with all my grievances. One of my grievances was a sore chesticle area. And she mentioned, do you drink a lot of caffeine? And I was like, yeah. She says, there is some studies suggest a link between sore chesticles and caffeine. So if you cut back, maybe that'll help. It helped. Yeah, Bearsy, I was drinking way too many energy drinks. Now I can't. If I drink an energy drink, I'll get a migraine, which is good. You know, I don't want to drink them. They're not good for you. It's definitely addicted. That's a hard addiction to kick. It's a hard addiction to kick because caffeine addiction doesn't have a lot of like social stigma. So it's really easy to become addicted because no one's judging you for having a caffeine addiction. They're not like, oh, you need to have an intervention. It's more like, oh yeah, same. Caffeine isn't regulated in any way, so real easy to get hooked on that stuff. But I've been working on it. Just don't like feeling sick all the time. You manage your transition with decaf. I managed my transition with tea. I would have a coffee in the morning, and then once it was kind of like afternoon to evening, I would switch to tea, whether it was black tea, green tea, or even I started putting some herbal tea in there. And it gave me the same kind of like the reason I got hooked on coffee is I just really like drinking a nice cozy beverage. So I just needed to switch my brain's perception of what was considered a nice cozy beverage. Love the taste of coffee with creamer. It's like so pleasant for me. So I just got myself really enjoying the tea, and that helped. Water and creatine? Ugh. Yeah, maybe that's why my ADHD has been a little bad lately, is I'm not drinking as much, or I'm not intaking as much caffeine as I was before. I just need to see a doctor. That way I can get diagnosed and get medication. Now you're thirsty. I'm sorry. Here, having some water. I'm overworking this, but it's not quite right. I feel like I've been working on this so much and it's barely any further along than it was when I started. La. Let's hands look so flat compared to the face. That looks better. Yeah, I think I fixed it. Cool. Let's shade his, let's just add a little bit of shading to his shirt. And then I gotta figure out the design. Ah, no, that was wrong. Okay, here we go. I gotta figure out the design for his shirt. Skull rocker shirt. Well, it's gonna be something like this, but I have to actually like suss out what this actually is. Color. It's like when designing him, I also have to be a graphic designer and make cool like tattoo designs. I have to draw his tattoos. Ugh! I don't know how I'm gonna do that, man. How the frick am I gonna draw some tattoos on this mofo? I cannot do tattoos. I think what I'll do is draw the tattoos separate and then just like paste them on You know, like wrap it around. Heat metal on his rings. You're mean. Why do you bully my... That's like you're bullying me. You do that, he's gonna go, ow! And then he's gonna give you a dirty look. And then Calamity is gonna be mad at you for tormenting her pet. Or his pet. You would never, liar. You've just decided you don't like him. Because he's getting attention. Calamity doesn't stand a chance against what? This neck still is bothering me. This awesome Oni? Oh. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how good I roleplay him. I think for the 1 week you got to see him, I did a pretty good job improvising his personality, but we'll see if I can keep it up. I've kind of built him up with all the art and stuff. I do that. I'll build something up and then it's like, oh shit, now I actually have to perform. You would never bully me? You liar. He'll fall for him for sure. I have to discuss with Milestone what our, how flirtatious do I want to make this? Because I don't want to cross any boundaries. I want to see. Because this could be a very fun thing. If Calamity has decided to make him his pet, as he called it, we get to play with that a little bit and see where that goes. If it becomes like an interesting thing, or if it's just a little side thing. Maybe you guys get bored of him and then drop him off at the nearest animal shelter. I don't know. I just had a lot of fun designing him. And so I'm kind of hoping he gets to stick around, you know? Blue tieflings have new boundaries. He's actually not a tiefling. He is an Oni. Not half Oni. Not Oni tiefling. He is a full-blooded Oni. Yeah. That's true. However, he does know that the party is significantly stronger than he is. Like, any one of them could one-on-one take him out. No problem. And he does not have a death wish. And I don't think he has much to prove right now. He's just happy to be outside. Now, that might change. You know, he might take an interest in your little quest. But as of now, he's just like, I forgot the sky could get that color. That's nice. Ooh, she's hot. He's been like a little princess in a princess tower. Oh, that's why I'm struggling. Dolgrim needs a pet now. You can all share responsibilities in the pet department. I'm really struggling with that. Should just let it be. Let it be, let it be. Let's just shade his jewelry real fast. Figure out how to set up Obsidian notes in Dropbox so you can use it at work out at home. Oh, nice. Yeah, I have my Obsidian split between my two computers. It's very convenient. I love how small Obsidian files are. The mind map, do you mean like the graph? The really big graphy thing? You were using OneNote? Yeah, the big graph. The big graph is fun to look at, but after like the novelty wears off, I forget it's even there. It doesn't actually like help with anything. Yeah. No, that was a really fun feature to look at for me. No, Obsidian is my baby. I have like templates set up. I have Data View is a really, really good module. It's like kind of a database theme styled way to organize. It's all good stuff. Ooh, I forgot to draw his necklace. Probably should do that. Before I do, let's shade his bracelets. Whoops. Alright, let's get his necklace down. And I'm going to do that on its own layer. First. Just a simple chain. How's little man doing? Oh, he's doing so good. He's made a lot of progress. He's much more social and smiley and interactive. When I dropped him off, he saw one of his favorite teachers who wasn't gonna be with him yet. And he ran up to her and gave her like a hand squeeze and was all like hanging around her. And she's like, ah, Leo, I love you so much. And he was like, and then the teacher that actually had him walked up, and he walked up to her, looked her in the eyes and went, and I was like, yes, he's doing the things. He's doing it. He's doing it. So I'm really excited. He's learned a lot. Uh-oh, did I put this in the wrong spot? I did. I gotta make a whole new thing. Yeah, thanks, Erudite. Dude, Erudite. So Leo's never been a big eye contact kind of boy, even as a baby. He always just looks like he's looking for something else or looking around you. But this past weekend, he was playing this game where he had the TV controller and he was just like one by one going to different like video thumbnails in some playlist. And he would move it to the next one, and then he would run over to me, and I was sitting on the couch. And if I wasn't there, he would find me and physically put me there. He'd run over to me, hug me, and then like take my face and like gaze into my eyes with a smile. And then I would give him kisses. And then if I didn't give him kisses, he would like make me give him kisses. And then after I gave him a cuddle, he would turn around, run off me, go to the next video in the list. He wasn't even playing the videos. He was just putting the cursor over it. And then he'd run over to me, give me a hug, look me right in the eyes. Like he really specifically wanted the eye contact. Like he was like looking at me and like going like, and I was just like, I don't know what's happening, but yes, we can do this all day if you want to. And all day we did do it, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it was really cute. His little personality. He's a very sweet boy. He's very, very loving. He's a loving kid. And I cultivate that as much as I can. He gets along with everyone too. He likes to watch other kids play. He still doesn't engage in play with them. I think he's a little shy. But he's very, very sweet. He's never been aggressive. VIP. He has had meltdowns. He had a really
Skexy
strange
Skex
meltdown
Cozy Skex Lurk.
yesterday. I don't even know what made him upset. What's up, Killa? I don't know what triggered it. He just got triggered. Some sound triggered him. And he was like, ah! He kept looking at his fist and balling it up and like yelling at his fist like he was frustrated. He seemed so frustrated. And nothing I did was like making him feel better. And it took about 30 minutes for him to get over it. And I was like trying to distract him with other things. I was trying to give him cuddles. I was trying to just hold him. I was just helping him wait it out. And it was just this bizarre freak out that he eventually just wore himself out and then went back as if nothing had happened. And me and Steven were like, you okay, kid? gotta say, this necklace is kind of sexy. Bites tongue? What do you mean? Oh. When I see bites tongue, it sounds like you are saying you want to say something, but you're not. I thought that was directed at me. Sorry. I got confused. Who am I gonna yell at you? Am I a yeller? You know what? We'll leave it alone. What's up, Frank? Welcome. Should probably color in his lips a little bit. Sitting there incomplete. How is he supposed to mock you? His lips aren't done. This, wait, in fact, I could just find the color of his lips. Kind of like that. Okay. Better. So, well, lots of, I don't know if you were here earlier, but it seems pretty obvious that he is. And I feel like Hugh would never bring it up. It's there for a good time. Okay? We all don't have to be best friends. Just tolerable. Right? Frenemies. Love it. Varge doesn't seem to like him very much either. I mean, there's no reason for you guys to currently trust this guy at all. A little bit of uneasiness is probably healthy. I think that the biggest thing I'm excited for when it comes to rolling out this character is that I'll have somebody that I can be in character, like I can talk to the party in character. That's the thing I'm really excited about. Varge doesn't believe anything he says. I like that. I don't want you to believe everything he says. I want you to fucking figure it out. I actually had an idea, Darren, for an interaction. Not immediately. I think that there needs to be a little bit of rapport built first, but I can see Q going to Dulgrim to request like a custom lighter because he notices that you're crafting. And then we'll start like making some requests just because he thinks that your art is cool. Then so maybe he'll ask for like a lighter. Maybe he'll be like, "Hey, can you like hook me up with like a new necklace? I really dig the dwarven style. I really like the geometry of it, and you seem to be pretty good at that. So I'll pay for it, of course." I told you, I'm not going to pull that out immediately though. I envision that happening after we've already established to the audience and to the players that inherent mistrust. That Dulgrim might be like a little on edge around this guy, so that when he does come to you for such a request, it feels kind of like meaningful, you know, like, oh, you know, those are the types of thoughts that go through my head when making this. So, not saying that that exact thing would happen, but that's kind of like an idea I have for the future. Using your weaknesses against you. You like it but don't? Do you not like it because that means I'm gonna win? I don't think this is right. Something is not quite right. Gotta figure this out. Soften this up a little bit. And then I need a shadow here. Problem is, his white hair is making this kind of confusing. That'd be better. And then we just gotta go in with this and then establish a little bit of scraggle. Like so. He better compliment. He might curiously ask you if you know some like very specific style of cooking and express interest in seeing if you could handle it, if you can do it. I feel like when he wants to, Q knows how to make friends. He knows how to do it. Will you make me roll with disadvantage? Why? Do you want to get it wrong? Do you want to be like, I hate this guy? This is really starting to come together. It's taking me a long time. I feel like the time spent on this very simple portrait is disproportionate to how detailed it is, but it is making my brain go brrr. I really like drawing faces. I really, really do. I've been trying to draw more from life too. Like when I was talking to Retsu last week, I was like, "Hey, could you give me like some names of public figures who would play Hale in the live action?" And next time I draw Hale, I'm gonna draw from that. Live action Buta. Well, I just want to I want to use more real life references. Not saying I want to draw super realistic. Like you could still like this is still kind of cartoony, right? But I am very much interested in upping my art game and drawing characters that are distinct, you know? looks semi-real. I think this is a good start. Still fantastical, but you know. People really liked this this picture on TikTok. Got a lot of positive reaction. I asked for assumptions. There were some weird ones. The amount of people arguing about his sexual orientation was amusing. But the amount of people who were saying he's actually super duper heterosexual was alarming. Like, what do you mean by that? I actually don't give my characters sexual orientations. I let them be whatever the players need them to be. You'll have a commission for a Soul Knife rogue, very vibrant rogue, not sneaky. Love it. I can't wait to do that. Haven't taken a commission in a minute. Well, I have one that I need to start doing sketches for. A regular of mine. I just finished an overlay for him. And he's having me do his teenage son's D&D character, which is really awesome. But other than that, and then I'll be doing something for lots of here once we hash that out. Those are the only ones in my chamber. I love that. Hero Forge references are awesome. Bit. What do we need to do? What will happen when Leo asks me to DM a game for him? Well, first I'll throw a parade, because that'll be the happiest I've ever been in my entire life. Then I will help him make little invitations to send out to his friends so that they can play, and then we'll have a session 0 where we all do character creation together, and then I will draw them all, and we'll make little binders for their little notes, and we're gonna it'll be a whole art project, and then yeah, I will DM a campaign for Leo. I am looking forward to the day when that happens. Saturday you finish session 2 of your daughter's group, Chris Estrad. 3 15-year-olds. I would love to run a game for teenagers. I feel like they're smart enough to that you can properly run a game without having to hold back too much, but they're funny enough that it's gonna be chaotic. Then he'll tell you, oh, he'll want a DM for me. Oh my gosh, I would be so proud. You have no idea. I'd be so happy. A part of me is afraid that he's not going to show any interest. She has 0 interest. Yeah. That's a possibility. You might not like it because, you know, he might be one of the cool kids. I'm hoping to catch him young, you know? Like as soon as I can communicate with him. I want to be able to, like, teach him through D&D. So, younger the better. Your nephew loves it. Aww. How was it, Lotsif? What is it like DMing for teenagers? Do they respect the game? Do they have fun? I just feel like you can't be, like, too serious. Like, you have to, obviously, my DMing style is to match the vibe of the players. So if the players want to be goofy and gross, then that's the kind of game it's going to be. What is going on? Why does this look silly? Yeah, that's gotta be awesome. One day that'll be me. Wow, that's really, really cool. I don't get to run games for strangers very often, but I think it would be fun to run stuff for groups in a like more public setting. You know, like those events that have like tables that you can sign up for. My preference for D&D is definitely like on the longer term side. I like longer campaigns that have development and growth. One shots are fun, but you know, you can only do so much with a one shot. I've done a lot of one shots here on Twitch. A lot of one shots, and I just find that I prefer longer term. Yeah. Because, like, I want to get to know the characters. That way I can cater to them, you know. I want to role play. One to 20. That's a lot of dungeoning. Am I overworking this? This feels like I lost it a little bit over here. Like over rendering. I can't help it. It doesn't look perfect yet. It feels like I'm missing something. What's 10 candles? Yeah, I think my players got tired of being inside a dungeon too. They want to be outside, so I'm gonna let them be outside for a little bit. I'll let them. They can go outside, I guess. It's a one-shot TTRPG built for atmospheric tension. That sounds kind of cool. I like it. You started to do that. You flowed down into a different campaign after they didn't want to. Yeah, okay. You haven't played in 7 months. Is lighting the candles to help like set the mood? Look at how much that popped. Oh, God. This just changed everything. When you make a roll, you roll a number of d6s equal to the amount of lighted candles. That's super cool. Oh, that does sound fun. I love that. Hold on. Can we just appreciate? Feels like the rest of this needs a little darkness. When you fail, you snuff a candle when something bad happens, and something bad happens. If the candle snuffs out for no reason, oh, that's so cool. Stop making you like him, dude. He's gonna be so like, you're gonna hate him because you like him. He makes you question things. Ah, that looks so good. I'm so proud of myself right now. So proud. Okay, hold on, let me. Let's just add this kind of gentle glow everywhere. Maybe I might delete this. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Tip of the nose is a really good spot for that. I'll go back and do that in a sec. Just wanted to add some white. Maybe? Maybe? Hello? Oh. Alright, let's go back to glow. And then let's go ahead and just... Ooh, not that much. You tried using encounters, suddenly half just broke and lost everything inside of it. I don't know what that means. What do we mean by that? You made the encounter. Oh, gotcha. It suddenly broke. What? How did it break? Well, if it's empty, that means you have to have the mob itself has to be in an actor's tab. So I have the tab that has all the actors in it. And then you put them in the encounter. If you delete any of the actors from your actors tab, then it breaks the encounter sheet. Because it's pulling from your actors tab, not from a compendium. Very important distinction. Yep. No, you have to actually have it. What's my favorite Ghibli movie? I've only seen one. I've seen Spirited Away, I think it was. One time, a long time ago. In a faraway land. I've been meaning to get my Ghibli on. I just haven't had the time. Actually. Yeah, that's a good... I need to remember that. So I can make a video for you guys. Dude, Kiki lost her Instagram account. She had to start a new one. Oh, you're talking about the movie. I thought you were talking about my sister. Doi. I'm an idiot. Yeah, we don't even know why. I think somebody who was being a jerk, like, reported her for something BS. She thinks they're, like, AI mistakenly targeted her. It's probably a combination of both. Where's fingernail lines? Where are they? Huh? Oh, right underneath it. Silly me. Alright. I could go on those hands and try to make them more detailed, but I'm afraid I'm gonna screw it up. Look how nice he looks! Oh, you know what? I could be clever. And I could do it on its own layer. You have to go, okay, thanks for hanging out, lots of.
I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Enjoy. I want to take a martial art. I think that would be fun. Okay, let's see. First of all, what glow is that? Let's turn off this glow first. And then we're just gonna add some wrinkly wrinkles. Wait. Maybe like this, I think. I don't know why I'm putting myself through this right now, by the way. No need to do this, and yet here we are. What is coloring this weird? The glow. Okay, let's turn that off. I feel like there'd be lines here, 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 here. After you lose some weight, you're going to get back into kickboxing. That's super cool. Kickboxing is really good cardio. Oh my gosh. When I did karate as a kid, they also had like a kickboxing class that I never took. That there are senseis, the guy who like owned the studio, his wife ran those, and it was like 45 minutes. And those girls were like drenched in sweat by the time they were done. I am not good with the endurance, but I'm working on it. If I still had my karate pictures, I would also show you my pictures. was a little black belt. But it was like, you know, I call it kid karate because it's like one of those karate venues that like 90% of their students are children. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I might have to find some references. I just want to have some like realistic looking hand wrinkles. But it's like turning out to be a little bit more of a challenge than I thought. Why do I do this to myself? Why must I punish myself? I need to zoom out a bit. Okay, let's try this again. We do want to have a knuckle here, so let's just go ahead and put circles where the knuckles are going to go, and then we can carve out from there. Finding time for the gym during workday sucks, but you're squeezing it in. Just sleep less now. Yeah, it is kind of hard. I've had to rearrange a lot of my schedules to accommodate my new gymmin'. Not saying it's not worth it. Kinda looking right, but it's also kind of looking dumb. Oh my gosh, I just looked at the time. I have to pick up my son from school. Okay, we'll come back to this. I'll turn it off for now, but we'll come back to the... Oh, it is making a big difference though, isn't it? This needs to come down a little bit like that. Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there! Okay, but we're gonna take a break. Gotta go get my son. Thanks so much for hanging out, everyone. That was a lot of fun. If you want to commission, DM me on Discord. If I don't message you, it's because your message got locked in the pending and you just have to say something in my main Discord to be like, Scarlett, I'm trying to message you. Thanks for playing, guys. I will see you all later.